Hi, thank you very much for tuning in to this virtual presentation. My name is Derek Marr. I'm an assistant professor at Northern Michigan University, and 5 minutes is really difficult for me to stick to. So I'm going to have to be really brief and throw a lot of information at you quite quickly. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me directly, and I'm happy to share more about my research and look forward to discussing it with you. The research that I am sharing today is I'm pulling up my slides here. An exploration of NCAA championship defense in endurance sports. My background is in coaching and then in mental performance consulting. I've worked extensively at the college and high school level with both track and field and cross country. I've had the unique opportunity to be a mental performance coach at the University of Missouri and a consultant at Southern Methodist University, and for many different high schools and individuals. I now have transitioned into academics, still consult on the side, still coach a high school team, and I'm very active in the sport and trying to find how individuals can perform their best on the day. This study is one that is looking at a very unique situation. So as I was gathering data for a larger study, I found that there was a number of individuals that had won an NCAA championship and then had the opportunity to defend that title. Some defended it successfully, some defended it not successfully. So I formed these research questions and gathered data from individuals from 2016 to 2019 that had won an NCAA endurance championship. So that would be the sports of cross country skiing, indoor and outdoor track over 1,500 meters, to find out if their goal orientation had changed, and also what it was initially when they before they won that first NCAA championship. The research questions include: does an athlete's goal orientation change after winning an NCAA championship from their initial victory to their title defense? Is the goal orientation for unsuccessful or successful title defense the same or different for that individual athlete? And is there evidence of a consistent goal orientation for a successful title defense? This was a qualitative study, used semi-structured interviews that lasted from 47 minutes at the short end up to an hour 33 at the longer end, in which I discussed in depth with these individuals what their lived experience was. 7 individuals, 5 males, 2 females, really got some awesome data out of this, then went through a theming and coding process to be able to take that raw data and find what the commonalities were among these individuals, and then compare them to the theoretical framework to see if it supported a certain type of orientation within this lived experience, or if further research was needed. The results, and I have a lot more information that I can share with you. If you are interested, feel free to contact me. Because of the public nature of this conference, and in addition, because this has not been published yet, I did not share all of it right here, and in addition to just the time constraints, because I would struggle to get through all of it if I was getting into the point of being able to read some of those raw data statements and then talk about the different types of codes and themes that were found within these interviews. But overall, what we found is that there was a disposition towards task orientation for an athlete before they won their initial NCAA championship. Overwhelmingly, especially within the sport of track and field, where you can compare yourself with your previous performances or to a standard at which you knew you would be in that championship category, athletes consistently were looking towards that improvement, towards bettering their time, towards getting to that point where they would be in the conversation for that championship. And then at some point, they made this recognition that, hey, I'm a title contender. And there would be some ego orientations involved with that. After they won that title, though, and were going for that repeat performance, many of them started to adopt further ego orientation, such as trying to become more aware of who their competitors were, also preparing themselves to defend that title. Successful title defense experiences had both task and ego orientation within them. So it's really important that we do not go away from what that first initial title was built upon, which was many of these task type goals, having this task type of orientation, also having that approach-based orientation of wanting to go after, wanting to become, as opposed to the avoidance of, I just don't want to lose my title. Some practical application, as we know, we need to be working with our individuals to develop both task and eagle-oriented goals. That's my 5 minutes. I'm up. Again, contact me if there's anything else that I could share with you. Thank you much for everyone that's putting this on and for everyone that's tuning in.